Good day, everybody. We will be starting off by focusing on COVID-19 being the ultimate disruptor over the last couple of months. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken the world by storm, changing how we live, interact, work, and play. Countries around the globe have gone into lockdown in an attempt to reduce infection, and businesses has been the worst to suffer, with global markets losing $8 trillion in March alone. South Africa has been hit hard as S&P downgraded the country's long-term foreign currency credit rating to BE, 3 notches below investment grade. As part of the disaster management effort, a 5 alert level have been enacted in South Africa with various restrictions and liberties. To truly understand how and when your business can operate, we must investigate the regulations in place. We will be going through highlighted sections of the various level of lockdown and the enforced restrictions. We are in possession of a copy of the risk-adjusted strategy for economic activity put into the public domain by government on the 25th of April 2020 and will be distributing the PDF document with a recording of this session early next week. So let's jump right into it. At level 5, only essential services, including gas stations, medical services and personnel, as well as food supplies, were permitted to operate. Certain sectors has been granted limited operation as from the 1st of May 2020, with South Africa entering lockdown level 4. Although About IT falls under the fiber optic and IT services, one of the rules we as an entity have to abide by is a letter from our clients rendering essential services and specifying that we are providing specific services to them, which along with a CIP certificate, a COVID-19 self-screening affidavit, and a company-issued permit allows our employees to travel. As we move from level 4 to level 3 and even later level 2, restrictions ease up and more sectors are permitted to trade. With the new health and safety regulations put into place, it is of the utmost importance that employers understand what is their responsibilities and how strict the rules are. This is what we at About IT are trying to ensure and what we have implemented. As per government regulations, every employer must do the following: notify the employee of the contents of the direction as issued by the Minister of Employment and Labour and how it will be implemented. They must inform employees that if they have COVID-19 symptoms, they must not be at work, grant paid sick leave, or apply for the COVID-19 TRES benefits. The employer must appoint a manager from within the existing structure to address the concerns of the employees and the workplace representatives. They must take measures to minimize contact between the workers and between the workers and the public to prevent transmission. Employers must minimize the number of workers in the workplace and at any time through shifts or working arrangements achieve social distancing goals. The employer must provide employees with information concerning COVID-19 and how to prevent the transmission. They must report any diagnosis of COVID-19 at the work to the Department of Health and to the Department of Employment and Labour, investigate the cause, and take appropriate measures. It is a contravention not to do so as an employer. They must support any contract measures initiated by the Department of Health. Workplace must be arranged to ensure a minimum of 1.5 meters between workers. If it's not practical, barriers must be entered and workers must be supplied free of charge with the appropriate personal protective equipment. Social distancing must be implemented in all common areas of the workplace to prevent crowding, including in working spaces, canteens, meeting rooms, etc. In relation to the screening, employers must screen workers for symptoms of COVID-19 at the time they report to work, namely cough, fever, sore throat, redness of eyes or shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, body aches, loss or sense of smell, or a loss of taste, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, or even weakness. Workers should immediately inform employers if they experience any symptoms at work. Not doing so is a contravention of the Occupational Health and Safety Act. Workers with symptoms must be placed into isolation and arrangements made for their safe transport for a medical examination or self-isolation. Shops or other workplaces to which the public have access must screen all persons entering the workplace for symptoms. Employees who recover from COVID-19 may return to work after medical evaluation and subject to ongoing monitoring in line with the instructions of the Department of Health. Employers are to provide enough hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol contents. They must ensure that work surfaces, equipment, and common areas such as toilets, door handles, and shared equipment are regularly cleaned and disinfected. They must provide adequate facilities for hand washing with soap and clean water and supply sufficient paper towels. Workers must wear masks at work. Employers must also require members of the public entering the workplace to wear masks. Employers must provide each employee, free of charge, with at least 2 cloth masks to wear while at work or commuting. There must be suitable arrangements for washing and drying masks. Ultimately, the employer remains responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of PPEs. Where a risk assessment indicates workers must be provided with alternative appropriate PPEs, for example, N95 or N97 masks, to provide a greater level of protection, every workplace must be well ventilated to reduce the viral load. In relation to PPEs, employers must keep up to date with recommendations from agencies such as the National Institute for Communicable Diseases and National Institute for Occupational Health on the appropriate steps to take to prevent transmission in the workplace and for the provision of PPEs. This brings me to one of the top questions on every individual's mind in these uncertain times. How do we operate safely during lockdown? It is highly important to have a strategy in place to assist with a safe transition back to productivity. This is what we at About IT thoroughly considered, and we would like to share and suggest a simple 4-step process with you. Step 1, prepare. Get ready to return to work and identify your work to the work plan. This should include the following: leadership teams to discuss and agree the business return to work program, plan to prepare your building for occupancy, arrange to conduct a pre-occupancy inspection and arrange a pre-occupancy deep cleaning program. Train your facilities manager, cleaning teams on good hygiene matters and establish a daily cleaning schedule. Review your services which may present a health issue and establish how you can minimize the risk. Test all emergency life safety systems. Agree who will return to work and consider the following: workplace distancing and space availability, work routines to achieve workplace distancing, vulnerable or at-risk staff, staff who have a child or care responsibilities, travel arrangements to, where possible, reduce the need for public transport. Establish workspace distancing protocols based on government advice. This should consider the following: staggered arrivals and departures, building, entrance and or exit protocols, workspace, pantries and any space where food are prepared and eaten, meetings in general, meetings with clients, security or emergency arrangements. You also need to consider the consequences of increased anxiety caused by how the return to work may lead to workplace aggression and or violence, and importantly, establish a protocol to respond to the expected spikes in the outbreak. This will ensure a quick response. If you need to send your team home, you can do this effectively without disruption to service. Step 2, inform. Establish a return to work program and establish who will communicate with staff. The more senior the person, the better. Arrange a welcome back to work program for staff and managers to inform them of the new workplace protocols. This includes workplace distancing protocols and building cleaning arrangements, travel and arrival arrangements. This is particularly important for those who cycle to work or use changing facilities. Relaxation of car share programs, if in place. Follow government advice on the use of public transport. Working arrangements, including breaks, seating arrangements, working station health and hygiene requirements, eating, drinking, and using of fridges for personal food. ill health reporting, and staff support programs. End-of-day protocols where an alternative team may be working on site. Travel to and from clients for meetings. Vehicle hygiene recommended and checks. And keep reinforcing your health and hygiene messages. Ultimately, they will keep your people health and safety. Step 3, prevent. Ensure the health and hygiene is managed and maintained by identifying the key touch points in your workplace and provide appropriate sanitation stations to allow hands to be cleaned, washroom cleanliness, determining cleaning frequencies, which need to consider an initial cleaning of services and heating and ventilation and air conditioning systems. Cleaning to consider core activities of staff provided with appropriate PPEs and the visible to staff during the working day. PPE is recommended for psychological control rather for safety measures. Ensuring stationary testing is undertaken safely. Reviewing food preparation in service areas to ensure workspace distancing can be maintained. Deliveries, waste arrangements, including specific arrangements for PPE worn by cleaners and FM staff. Cycle to work arrangements and changing facilities where provided. Reinforcement of the workplace distancing protocols. Step 4, recover. Probably the biggest question on everybody's list at this stage, and one of many businesses have been asking themselves about IT, have been discussing this with our team members so that we can take on the recovery stage as a unit and with a plan going forward. There are so much information available. Make sure that you do proper research, follow legitimate news sources and statistics, and carefully consider what is applicable to your enterprise. The business recovery is a key stage. Leaders should monitor the effectiveness of the return to work program and ensure that it remains effective and is supporting those who have returned to work. It can also be used to restore confidence in the business. Review lessons learned from the outbreak and ask for feedback. Critique what you've learned and use this to improve. Review and update your business continuity plan. Most organizations will have their plan activated by the outbreak, so we could encourage you to learn from this. Every sector and company have been touched by this pandemic. We will never return to normal as we knew it, and all businesses have to implement change. This brings me to the change required, the global workspace, and how about IT are leveraging new technology. If there's one positive outcome of the COVID pandemic, it is the fact that we have been forced to review the way business is conducted. Digital transformation is no longer a luxury, and any entity looking to grow and remain competitive has realized this. Flexibility in the implementation and productive task is a key factor and accessible to resources that allow for remote work to be adopted. Cloud-based solutions increases safety and gives us users access to remote virtual work environments. Acumatica Cloud ERP puts financials, reporting, and CRM at your fingertips, letting you manage your company from anywhere. Zoom is currently the market leader in modern enterprise video communications with an easy, reliable cloud platform for video and audio conferencing. With a Microsoft Office 365 subscription, you get latest Office applications, Teams conferencing tools, OneDrive cloud storage, and so much more. Power BI is a business analytical service by Microsoft providing interactive visualization and BI capabilities. Any data, any way, anywhere, all in one view. Acronis provides backup disaster recovery, secure file access, sync and share, and partitioning software for small to medium enterprises. And Malwarebytes is an anti-malware software for Microsoft Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS. These are only some of the tools currently being utilized by About IT and being offered to our clients. Now we will be touching on About IT as a solutions provider and how we can contribute to our clients' safe operations during lockdown. About IT proudly boasts with 4 different units laying across the digital technology spectrum that all come together to provide you with a holistic solution. A true one-stop business solution provider from business services to IT support. We provide an array of solutions and services that support the strategic operation and profitability of your business, regardless of your industry or size of your company. Our advisors are available to ensure that you find the solution specific to your niche. Just to name a few, some of the areas we are currently providing services and solutions in include agricultural management solutions, product-specific consultations, VAT, mobile procurement, e-commerce, ERP and CRM, data integrations, stock managers. If you would like a more detailed breakdown of our services and solutions, the details of all of this are available on our website. Please feel free to, in your own time, go and click around, read more about everything we are providing. Data analytics. Companies need to accept that we need to transform digitally. Data analytics and dashboard reporting plays a major role in this. Please be in touch with us for a demonstration on how these interactive tools can simplify the management of your company. Sometimes to engage with the complex, we need to simplify. We offer data analytics services that will help you understand and manage your business information by processing and visualizing on a custom, easy to use, interactive, and live dashboard. By doing away with the clutter of trying to pull and manage multiple reports, you can access what you need quickly and easily and focus on what is important. Keep an eye and a firm hand on your business performance as well as being able to make forecasts. Our services can support you in drawing conclusions and making well-informed decisions quickly and effectively. Do away with these multiple cumbersome Excel reports. Unit 3 of our company is the software development department. With our in-house software development team, we use global best practice to define the format, content, and process for the entire development cycle. Some benefits of our development methodology are the unique software that specifically meets business requirements, offering the greatest potential for a competitive advantage. There is no longer a need to change and alter your business processes to match off-the-shelf business systems used by your competitors. Development gives you the ultimate flexibility to adjust and adapt as you require, evolve to meet market changes, and incorporate groundbreaking innovation. IT services and support is the fourth sector of our business module. Every company needs a savvy technology system to go beyond the demands of their business. About IT has both the technology and skills to help your IT systems run uninterruptedly. The value of data information is often underestimated. Losses of these can lead to financial burdens on companies, and therefore we strongly advise to use the use of cloud backups, retention, and hosting services. The mentioned is only some of the IaaS services provided by About IT. Feel free to contact us for more information on this and any other cloud computing services. As previously mentioned, Office 365 is a cloud-based online subscription tool and only recently this week released that there will be super new enhancements being published by the Teams portal for interactive communicating with your teams. For any more information regarding this, please feel free to contact About IT. That brings us to the end of the session. Guys, please, we are here to assist. We do have a support team and a ticketing system. Please email us at support@aboutit. We will get back to you. Please follow us on social media for regular updates on what is happening in the company. Our website is always available. If you are looking for something specific and are not able to find it on there, please let us know and we'll have a look into it.